Hey y'all, welcome back to another batch cooking weekly meal prep video. These videos are intended to give you meal prep inspiration to make your life stress-free during the week. Let's see what's on the menu this week. This week's menu consists of boiled eggs in the Instant Pot as always, Keto Queso as always as well. We're going to be prepping some damn berries. I've been all about the berry life lately. We're going to be thawing out some of our pumpkin muffins, aka pumpkin donuts that we made weeks ago in a prep because we have so many in the freezer to use. Baked BLT Dip from the Southern Keto Cookbook we're going to be making into Lunchables, cheesy chive omelets, burgers and poppers, that is the chicken quesadilla ones we prepped a couple weeks ago as well, I had frozen, turkey meatballs, banana pudding, cupcakes. This is a keeper for Thanksgiving, y'all. And then we're gonna prep some Parmesan Dijon pork chops for dinner this week. Let's get to cooking.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
So as always, I like to get my eggs in the Instant Pot first as I'm going to be prepping so they can cool down. So I use my Instant Pot honestly for eggs. I get the question, would you rather an Instant Pot or an air fryer? And the answer to that is an air fryer. I use my air fryer all the time, but I love using my Instant Pot for eggs. As y'all can see, these are yard eggs as we like to call them, and at 0 minutes, they have been doing fine, no ring. I know a lot of y'all like the ring y'all said, which was interesting to me in some comments on some previous videos, but I let them naturally release, and then I'm going to put them in an ice bath and then peel them up, put them in this Dollar Tree container, and they are good to go for the entire week. No worries with them going bad. Next, we're going to do our Keto Queso. It is a pound and a quarter of white American cheese from your deli. Definitely ask them. 1 block of cream cheese. We're going with a third less fat. A can of green chilies, some butter, and a little crock pot. I always have one linked down below if you're in need of one. Yes, you can make it on the stovetop as well. Y'all asked that. So I just go ahead and cube this up, dump the green chilies on top, get your butter on top, put the lid on, cook it on low, check it and stir until it is nice and creamy. And yes, Trey is right there. Y'all know he is ready for that Keto Queso, y'all. This is all for him. I like to thin mine up with almond milk. You can't taste the vanilla if it's flavored. It's delicious. Y'all ask what we serve it with. Cucumber slices, pork rinds, celery sticks, but Trey uses it with his gluten-free chips. It lasts all week in this container from Walmart. Now we're going in with some damn berries. I've been loving some raspberries lately, and I got these from Costco. An organic 2-pack was less than $4. Such an amazing deal. So you're gonna see me freeze some of the rest excess in a little bit because there's no way I could go through that many in a week. But I rinse them, let them sit and dry off, and then pat them with a paper towel. Also another Dollar Tree container that's a soup container, but I love using it for fruit. And the rest I'm gonna put in the freezer as you see here. And then next time I want the damn berries, I'll just pop them out and eat some after they're frozen or thawed out. Speaking of thawed out, I'm taking some of my pumpkin muffins, aka pumpkin donuts, out of the freezer, letting them sit on the counter and get to room temperature. And then we're gonna put them in a Dollar Tree cupcake container and put them back in the fridge so they stay fresh all week. Now we are going in with this baked BLT dip from the Southern Keto Cookbook. This is the first time I've made it from her cookbook, and it is absolutely delicious. I don't like tomatoes, so you're not going to see me add that, but it calls for bacon, mayonnaise, chives, cream cheese, some sharp cheddar cheese, and sour cream, and that is it. And let me tell you, this dip was so delicious. So I'm taking like an 8-9 inch oval or circular dish here, a Pyrex dish, and I sprayed it with some avocado oil. I'm adding basically all of my ingredients, especially my sour cream, mayonnaise, and cream cheese, and then I'm gonna crumble up my bacon. I just used the microwave kind from Costco and it worked great. And then I have some chives. You could use green onions, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this a stir with the cheese and then put it back in my greased dish. Make sure I like top it off all nice and smooth. I'm baking it in the oven for 350 degrees for about 25 minutes, but I went back and I broiled mine because I like that consistency on the top with my cheese. I let it cool down. And then we're going to be making some Lunchables with this. And I ate this the majority of the week. So when you watch the vlog, I ate pretty much the same thing every single week. So I'm portioning up my dip. I saved the rest of it to eat while I was prepping actually. And I've got my cucumber slices in there, which was so delicious with this dip. I've got some of those raspberries that we already prepped. And then pepperoni slices or salami slices are going to be phenomenal with this dip, y'all. It was so good. This is a low carb, high fat, moderate protein Lunchable, and it was very satiating and delicious. Now we're going to be making some cheesy chive omelets. I've been on an omelet kick lately. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been making some massive beast mode ones, but you're going to need some eggs here. We're going to need cheese, bacon, and chives, and some everything but the bagel seasoning I really like. So I'm going in with 3 eggs here, and I always like to add a couple little dashes of heavy whipping cream. It just really makes your eggs, whether you scramble them or omelets, nice and fluffy. I'm eyeballing some everything but the bagel seasoning and also some chives as well. And then we're going to give this a good stir, and then we're going to put it in our frying pan. Now with your frying pan, I like to use bacon grease that I've saved from the air fryer. It just really gives it a really good flavor that I just absolutely love. We're putting it in there, but before, we got to take a little break here for our sparkling ice caffeine. I promise not sponsored, but these are my new favorite, y'all. You've got to try them. So after it looks like it's almost done, I'm going to add my cheese and my bacon on one side, fold it over, put the lid back on, and let all that cheese just melt and get all nice and gooey. Oh my gosh, so good. And then I've got my dishes from Amazon that I use for my meal prep. I'm taking a pizza slicer and I'm just gonna cut this in half. That way I can put it into it and let it fit in that glass container. And then I added some danberries on the side, y'all, and that is breakfast for one morning. And I eat this with a fork on the way to work in the car, I know, but we can get it done. We can get it done on the way to work. Most of the time it is inhaled before we even leave the driveway. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Next, we're going in with the jalapeno poppers that we just let sit out and thaw, but we haven't cooked them yet. I love these Angus choice beef patties from Costco. If you watch my hauls, you know I've got some bacon and I've got some Finlandia cheese we're going to put on top as well. I love these Reynolds wrap foil sheets. Again, not sponsored. I get these from the Dollar Tree. They're so easy for cleanup. I'm taking my jalapeno poppers. Again, these aren't cooked. They were just frozen when I prepped them. And 2 of my burger patties, and I'm putting them in the oven. I'm actually going to put the setting on broil and just eyeball it until it gets to the texture that I want. And when it does, I'm going to take them out and it looks gorgeous like this. I've got my containers. Again, these divided ones are from Amazon. I'm taking each beef patty, adding 2 slices of bacon and 1 slice of Swiss cheese, and then a portion for the jalapeno poppers is 3. Then I love having some mayonnaise mustard dipping sauce on the side. A lot of y'all were like, ew, and then a lot of y'all were like, I've never seen anybody else like that. I love mayo and mustard mixed together. So this is a good lunch option for the week. Super easy, especially since we had a lot frozen on hand. Next, we're going to be making my turkey meatballs. This is my turkey meatball sub recipe that I've just keto-fied. 1 pound of ground turkey, a half a cup of pork rinds, 1 teaspoon of basil, oregano, and parsley, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, 1 tablespoon of Montreal seasoning, and that is all you need. So I know a lot of y'all think that turkey like this is gross, but we are totally fine with it. I'm adding basically all my ingredients at this point, y'all, and then we're just gonna use our best tools. And I always say that is my hands. I hate using like a spatula or a spoon or anything, especially when doing meatloaf or meatballs. You just gotta get in there and make sure that all those ingredients are incorporated. In my opinion, last time I asked y'all about this, I was like 50-50. People were like, ooh, yes, and 50 were like, ooh, gross. But that's the way we like to do it around here, y'all. So after we have it all incorporated, we're just gonna put them in little meatball sizes and put them in my Pyrex dish. And this makes, I don't know, over a dozen here. It just depends on how big you make them. I'm gonna sprinkle some parsley on top, put the lid on, and we are good to go to make these later. You're gonna bake these at 425 for about 15 minutes, add some type of sauce and noodles, and you are ready. Next, we're going to be making banana pudding cupcakes. OMG, y'all, these are so good. I have these on my meal plan for Thanksgiving, and I'm so stinking excited about it. So for the cake, I'm gonna go through each of the ingredients for the cake and the icing, but I'm doing something extra here. I'm adding like a wafer topping, and that's the base of my pecan pie bars. So if you watch that meal prep video, that's gonna look familiar to you. So for the crumbled topping, you're gonna need 2 cups of almond flour, and then we are going to give that a good sift. I always recommend when keto baking to do a sift. 2 tablespoons of Lakanto monk fruit, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then 1/3 cup of coconut oil that's melted. Again, this is from the pecan pie bars. We're gonna go ahead and stir that, Put this in a 9x9 Pyrex dish, and we're gonna bake this for 12 minutes for about 350 degrees and take it out and let it cool because we're going to use this as a topping later. The macros that are in the description box do not include the crumble, y'all, but there's like minuscule to add with the crumble. Now we're going with the cake, which is going to be 2/3 cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 cup of Lakanto or granular, 4 eggs, 1/4 cup of oil of your choice. I'm using vegetable oil, do not come for me. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1.5 teaspoons of banana extract. And then I'm going in and adding something extra. I added a little bit of nutmeg at the top, and I highly suggest it because it gave it such great flavor. And as you can see, I had the mom brain and I forgot my granular. Like that would have been catastrophic, right? I'm going in with my Amazon little gadget here. I love it. And it's basically 2 tablespoons in each cupcake liner, and it makes a dozen. So it's perfect. We're going to bake these in the oven, and we're going in on 350 degrees. And I went in with 15 minutes at first, but they weren't done. So I went back with another 5 to make it a total of 20 minutes. Now we're going to go in with the cream cheese icing, which is 1 block of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of softened butter, a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. I'm going in with Lakanto, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1.5 teaspoons of banana. In my opinion, if you want a stronger banana flavor, then add a little bit more banana extract, but this was perfect for us. Taking these out the oven, this is how they look. They look absolutely beautiful, so light and fluffy. We're gonna let these cool before we put the icing on top. And to put the icing on, I just like to use a Ziploc bag, cut a little hole in the edge, and just pipe them on. It makes me look extra fancy, and I'm totally not. And now I'm going to take that crumble that we cooled, and I'm just taking a little bit. You're gonna see how much I actually use. It was not much at all. And then we're gonna add some more nutmeg on top. These were so spot on and so good. You could even make these extra with making the banana pudding as a filling from my banana pudding recipe. I'll link that above. It is keto. The rest of my toppings, since it made so much, I'm gonna put it in the freezer and use it next time. And the same thing with my icing. I like to put that on 90-second cinnamon rolls. Do not throw any of that excess icing away. I've got these in a Dollar Tree container, just like the muffins from earlier. We're gonna pop these in the fridge and we're good to go with a sweet all week. Something that I absolutely love is my Parmesan Dijon pork chops. Every time I make pork chops, this is how we make them. You need 1/3 cup of Dijon mustard, 3 tablespoons of avocado oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, 1 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, oregano, and basil, and you are set. So you're gonna take, I like to use bone-in, y'all can use boneless, it doesn't matter, but get a big, huge gallon-sized Ziploc. You're gonna add all these ingredients the night before, even 2 days before is good, and just go ahead and slather all that in the Ziploc and make sure that all these pork chops are coated with that goodness. Let it sit in the fridge for a day or two, and then you're going to bake these with some Parmesan cheese on top. OMG, I will have the recipe linked above and in the iCards. So many of y'all love this. I made this in the beginning of my keto journey, and it's definitely a staple. So good and so easy to prep ahead of time and have an easy, delicious dinner on your hands. All right, y'all, that is it for this week's meal prep video. Y'all let me know in the comments below what was featured in this video that y'all want to put on your meal plan in the future. I'd be curious to know. And before we go, thank you everyone so much for entering that giveaway last week with the Southern Keto Cookbook. It was totally awesome. And I'm happy to announce that Maggie B is our winner from last week's video. I was super stoked to see her name pop up because she's been a follower for a while. So congratulations, Maggie. And thank you to Natasha for being so awesome with doing these giveaways here on the channel. Y'all don't go anywhere because we got lots more coming up. If you entered and you didn't win, don't fret, we got more coming. So y'all give this video a huge thumbs up if you look forward to these weekly meal prep videos every week on my channel. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? If you're watching this, make sure you click that button down below and all your notifications are clicked. And if you know someone that needs some meal prep inspiration, motivation, just starting keto, make sure to give this video a huge share with them. That helps the video so much and also helps your friends and family out as well. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have an amazing Sunday, an awesome week. Get in that kitchen and meal prep yourself like a boss and make your week super stress-free. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.